So here we want to start the sewing process. I believe by now you must have seen or watched the videos on the drafting, the gumming, and everything. So the first thing you will do here is to bring your pockets in and place at a stage, at a point where you will be able to fix your pocket facing, right? So you bring your pockets in. Now the part that has the what's it called? That has the straight part that is not slashed is where you fix the first pocket facing this region. So you are going to thread or sew at this point, like sew at this point all through this way. So right here I have sewn this region. So this part you have sewn now. While you try to sew the second pocket in, please make sure that you don't repeat the same placement on that same part, because if you remember, the slashes comes in opposite direction. That was the reason why we placed the both panels facing each other and then slash one edge. So this facing for the other pocket will be at the other side. That is the essence of my tutorials. I try to give you a clear explanations on all of these things so that you'll be able to get it once and for all. So you stitch this one as well all through this way. I will stitch it and show you the next thing to do. All right, so now after you have gotten to this stage, now the next thing you will do now is to attach the lining to the main trouser panel. Now, how do you attach it? If you observe, that slash area is where I am going to work with. And this stuff that you gummed, this pocket edge, this gummed area will be placed half-inch inwards this way. Like, you're not meant to place this just in a square form like this, while the inside is excessively big. You are meant to tilt this, your line, to be half an inch inwards, both from the up to the down. It will cross that slash edge by half an inch, right? So that is one of the tricks you can also use, and possibly this could be a problem for some persons if you don't know how to place this very well. Then stitch on the angular line, the line you've placed. Now let me explain more thing here. If you observe, this is the reason I leave extra inch here, so that I will have enough allowance to stitch this very well and then fold inside. If I had cut off this from the trouser, I'll be left with this little space. So, but it's still not very much needed. If you seem not to like it, you can cut it off. So because of this fabric, this stuff is original material. It does not melt or shrink when I iron, right? So that is why I left it there. But if it was shrinking, I would have cut it off immediately. So this is what I will have. Yeah, I will cut and weave, or cut and fold. Then stitch all through this point. And this is what you have. And then after this, now you cut your threads. This is the first pocket you are fixing, and this is what it should look like. Please watch how it was placed, half an inch inside, please. This should not be more than this, very important. So you also cut your threads. Then after this, now you fold it backwards this way, and then you stitch half an inch or 1/4 of an inch all through this way. So here you stitch at this spot. So make sure that your hands must be as straight as possible. Maintain a uniform line. If you happen to observe that it's not straight, you will cut it or you will lose it and resew it. Then end the stitch right there. Go from here, end it right there from here. So this is how you stitch your pocket edge. So look at how straight the lines is. Then you are going to now replace that notching you did on the up part of your pocket, the notching of 2.5. Remember, that was what we did at the up part of the pocket. And then you make sure you place it this way and arrange the pocketing to lap very well this way. Then you hold it to give you that 2.5 from the pocket point here. 2.5. This must be replaced because this was part of the trouser initially that we notched and then folded inside. So that 2.5 must be replaced. Please, very important, must be replaced. So from here, 2.5. Then you stitch at the up region of this pocket. So here you stitch all through this way. Then cut off your threads this way. So this is what you have. And then at this spot, you now make sure that the pocketing edge is lapping with the trouser edge and everything is synchronized, then you top stitch here with half an inch. Just top stitch half an inch that way. Cut your threads. Cut your threads. Then raise the main trouser up this way, and then give a notch, half inch down, half inch in, half inch down, half inch in. You notch it inwards this way. So this will be the notched point, and then tuck your hand inside the trouser and bring out the pocketing this way, and then hold at the notch region. Please note, you are going to hold it at the notched point, this way. Hold at the notched point this way, and then from that notch ending, you hold it, you stitch, and then you can decide to make it a curvy stitch or a square stitch. I prefer to have a curvy stitch, and I think it gives me a better looks of finishing than curve to the very point. Cut your threads, then carefully and gently trim these points very well. Carefully and gently trim these points very well. Trim it out, you see. So once you have trimmed it out, cut off every threads, every rough threads right now. Don't say later. Then push it inwards. Push it inwards, and then bring out the edges with your fingers, and this area will be held in this form. Bring it out, every edges properly, and then you top stitch. You must make sure you top stitch so that it will, hold down every threading you have made earlier on. So top stitch with your machine footer from here. You top stitch. So this top stitching is going to reinforce the pockets. So carefully top stitch and make sure it's coming to the point where this notching point ended as well. So end it all through this way. Stitch the V-like, the arrow-like shape here. And this is what you have. So you have fixed the first pocketing of your trouser. So the next you will do now is to fix lining. Now for the lining, remember how it was cut, which I have explained to you at the lining stage. Then you pick up one piece or one panel of the lining and make sure that the colorful nature, the fancy one, is being placed at the visible region. How do I mean? Like this. Like this colorful area will be faced up and not facing down. Very important. That's the sense of these tutorials. If you remember, I once explained to you the pocketing should face this way, so that when you bring it out, you see this fanciful nature. It gives your work a nice finishing. But if this lining was not, if I'm not going to place lining inside the trouser, I would have turned this other color to be outside so that it will give the inside trouser nice finishing. So this is one of the packagings or one of the upgrades you might be looking out for. So you try to be consistent in these areas. Then you hold it firmly this way. Then it's advisable that you start from the crotch point, the curvy area, to start sewing. Please also note that when you are sewing the curvy area, you are not allowed to sew more than the tip of this stuff. Now, if you place it from here, this way, you're not allowed to sew from the tip of this stuff, more than the tip. Make sure that the lining is placed, then stitch at the tip. Now, why tip? Because of you are not meant, the threading you have sewn now is meant to be weaved alongside when you are weaving. It's not meant to be shown after weaving or meant to be visible after you must have weaved. So carefully stitch at the tip, at the deepest parts of the outfit. Then make sure you hold the crotch regions properly this way, just like this, and then you go about it and stitch all the way to these very points. Stitch all the way to these very points. So make sure you go all through this way. Make sure you go all through this way. Then that spot where you had your bending or your pleating, still fold it again, and then place it rightly, just like that. Make sure the panel is relaxed. The panel must be relaxed, and then you top stitch as well. You top stitch as well. The excesses will be cut off when we are trimming. Then after you have done this lining fixing now, this is now the time you now go and weave the whole parts of the trouser. So the weaving will be done after you have fixed your pocket and your lining. Before you go to your zip, please, you go and weave. So you carefully do this. So whatever I'm doing right here on this panel is what I will do as well on the other panel of the trouser. I will do all of that. I will weave, and then I'll come back to show you the continuation of this trouser stitching. Make sure you watch the very end. Don't go anywhere. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So let me do the other parts. I will come back as well to show you the continuation. So take a look at what we have done. See how beautiful this stuff is, right? Then we can now trim the excess linings at the up. Now when you are sewing, you must make sure you give room for trimmings. Make sure you give room for trimmings. Make sure you allow your cuttings not to be exact, so that it doesn't get short or less than you expected. So that's why I did the lining to have pleats, so that whenever I'm fixing it, I will make sure it doesn't get short. So look at how neat the inside trouser is looking already. So I'll go and weave the whole trouser, and then I will come back to continue the tutorial. So here we want to start the zip fixing. We have done the pocket points and we want to do the zip fixing. So now we have weaved as well, and I have ironed my weaved area. Please make sure you iron after weaving, because the ironing in some cases tends to shrink or gather the fabric edges. So the ironing will help to relax it back to its original form or state. So after that, you measure 7 inches from the waist point here and give a mark there. You will notch it. So that notching you are going to give, it will be less than half an inch, 1/4 of an inch. Then this will be for zip point, right? Then you pick your left panel. Please note, pick the left panel of the trouser, and then pick one of your plackets, just like this, and then place it a bit higher than the length of the length of the trouser at the waist region, and then start from that end point where the notching ended. Please note importantly, where the notching ended, start from that waist point, and then hold it firmly, and then stitch. Don't exceed the notch area. Your stitching is going to lap exactly where the weaving ended. Stitch all the way down. Stitch all the way down. Then once you have sewn on that line, cut your threads. Cut your threads. So this is what you have. Then this area you stitch, hold it down, and then bend this to lap this way. Bend it to lap this way, and then top stitch. So the top stitching is very important. It's very crucial. It will help your zip point to relax. It will help everything you're doing to lap properly. So I like stitching from the beginning till the very end. So from here, I stitch from here all through to the very end. So making sure I hold it firmly. Please watch. Hold firmly. I stitch from here to the very end. So this your top stitch must be as straight as possible. Look at how straight the lines I stitched there is. Then after that, you bring your zip. This is your zip. Make sure that you use the same color. Then open the zip 2 or 3 times to make sure that the zip is good. Because sometimes when you buy zip in the market, the zip track might not be good, and if you don't cross-check it after fixing, imagine finding out that the zip is faulty. You'll start losing everything, and it will be a double work for you. So it's better off you unzip 2 or 3 times to make sure the zip did not pull off before you start fixing. Then please note importantly here, you have to lap the zip edge on that threading you made. Please, very important. This zip should lap on this threading you made. Don't allow it to cross this way or go this way. It must lap on that thread. And then the iron stopper will be ½ inch lower than the waist point of your trouser, so that you give room for the band to come in. So this is how you place it. Then once you place your zip in that form, that is the perfect point you have to place it. Then you are going to stitch at the other end of the zip. So make sure this zip has its measurements, and which helps to give you a better result when you make use of it. Then you're going to stitch at the other end of this zip. Just stitch at the tip. Stitch at the tip of the zip, just this way. Stitch all through while you arrange here. Let it be your guide. This is very important that you do this always. So once you have done this, now this is what you are going to have. You cut your threads. You also cut your threads this way. And then after this, cut your threads up area and then hold these zip points and fold it backwards this way. Right, so this is how it comes out. And after this, now you take the other placket. Now if you are making English trouser, this is the point or the stage where you differentiate a regular trouser from English trouser. English trouser is the trouser that has band extension, that you double button on the band part. So if you are doing Ankara or short anything that does not need that extension, you fold this placket into two now and place the folded edge underneath. But since we are doing English trouser, don't fold this, put it straight. So this is the point where you kind of differentiate English trouser from your regular trouser. So now once you place it this way, lap the zip at the edge of the flap and then you thread there as well. So carefully as well, you sew all through that point. So now you have sewn on that point. You cut your threads. You also cut your threads this way. Cut all threads now, and after which you are going to take the other panel of the trouser, the one that you also notched alongside the other one. Bear in mind that this must be 1/4 of an inch this way. So it must be 1/4 of an inch this way. Then you're going to place it to be equal with this panel of trouser and not the flap. If you observe, the flap is longer. It was done intentionally. So place it to be equal with this and not with this. If you do it this way, this band will never agree. If the band will be of this nature, it will no longer tally this way. So place it to be on that panel of the trouser. Very important. So once you hold it firmly that point, then you hold it on the notch region, that notch point, and then start from that notching to start to stitch or to sew. So here you double thread as well, and then you sew all through from here to the very end of it. Cut your threads as well this way. Then cut all the threads now. So this is what you have. This is what you must have. Please note that these two areas must come out like this. These 2 points must be of this nature, and there will be no thread showing here except the one you top stitch here. Then fold the panel together, the two fronts facing each other right there, and then hold the crotch point very well. Hold the crotch region very well, and then make sure the crotch points is corresponding, and then you stitch from that point where the notching ended. Pin your machine needle and then arrange it properly. Make sure it's corresponding just like this, and then double stitch there, and then you stitch all through that point. So you stitch all through that point. So this area is advisable that you sew twice. The reason is for it to be stronger, right? But you can tighten your stitch at that point and sew once, right? You can tighten your stitch at that point and sew once. So here you cut off your threads as well. Make sure your threads are being cut as you sew. Don't say later you will forget it. Cut it now. So now you have sewn. So this is what the crotch region will look like. Now please note importantly that you are not allowed to stitch the zip curve now. You're not going to sew it now. You leave this way while you continue with the back pocket, and this will be the last thing you will do. You can even finish the sewing before you do this. So let's proceed. We are going to cross check our trouser, so you can now go and iron. In ironing, you place fabric on top, iron out this region, make sure it's correct before you proceed to the back pocket. So let me go iron this and come back to continue. All right, so here we have ironed out the flap region and it's so relaxed. As you can see, it's so relaxed. There's no run pulse or whatsoever. Then we're going to start with the back welt pocket. Now for the back welt pocket, the first thing you will do is to put your darting or your dart Now, the simplest way to put your dart is from the side